Hey lovely, EJ here from ejlove.com. Yes, I'm in the pool again. I do like being in the pool. It's especially good after a workout, which I've just done. So while I was at the gym, I just had something come to me that I wanted to talk about. And actually I was having a conversation with my friend Robin last night about this, and really talking about vulnerability and the power of vulnerability, and how it literally can shift and change our relationships and really bring us into deep connection. And so I tend to find that a lot of people that I connect with will open up to me quite easily, and open up to me and say things like, you know, I've never told anyone this before. You're the first person I'm telling, and I don't know why. And this is people that I've literally just met, and it's pretty deep stuff. And I obviously do a lot of coaching, and I find that a lot of my coaching is actually just me holding space for the person to fully express themselves, and that is where the transformation happens, and they drop into this vulnerability where I can hold a space for them that without judgment, and just to really drop into empathy. Now, empathy is really the healer to shame. And if you've ever followed Brene Brown's work, who I love, by the way, this is what she talks about quite a lot. And shame is really what stops us from fully being who we are. We make ourselves wrong, and we make ourselves bad for things that we've done, and we tell ourselves we're a bad person, and then we have this lack of self-worth, and so we can't really attract the things we want into our life, and we hide, and we put masks on, and we don't own up to things, and so I'm really super passionate about healing shame and helping people to be super vulnerable, and really holding that space for them. And obviously I give people advice when I'm coaching as well, but I really had to learn to ask people permission to, because sometimes we just want to be heard. Sometimes we don't want to be fixed. And this is definitely something I've had to learn, because I've been that fixer and being that wanted to, help and problem solve and that kind of thing. When sometimes all we need is someone just to listen to us and to really go, I get it, I've been there, I can resonate to it. Even if it's not the same thing, sometimes it can be like, I resonate to that feeling as well. And so this has been a game changer in my life, like a massive game changer. And I can see now in my past relationships that, I hadn't felt safe to be vulnerable. Sometimes I've been judged, sometimes I've had things used against me, things that I've shared with someone that were, super vulnerable for me to share, and then they've, used it and threatened me with it and things like that. I mean, I've had past abusive relationships that can tend to happen, and then I shut down. And this is really common, particularly in codependent relationships, but it's sometimes why after people have been together for years, that what happens is they stop communicating, and sometimes it's because we have literally just haven't had that space held for us, where someone hasn't been present for us, someone hasn't listened, someone has turned around and judged us, someone's made us wrong. We've tried to express our feelings, and they've turned around and put the blame back on us, and end up in a fight and that kind of stuff. And so we withdraw our energy, we take ourselves out of the relationship. And then sometimes, and this doesn't have to be romantic, this can actually be just with a friend or a family member, we withdraw our energy, and then it signals to the other person as well to withdraw their energy. And so then you've got two people in a relationship that are half in it. And that you can't have a relationship like that. And this is with one of my ex-partners, literally, this happened, and we both had one foot out the door for months, and we wondered why we weren't connecting on the same level anymore, why we'd gone from having this amazing, intense connection to, I checked out, basically. I checked out, and then he checked out, and then we would both trigger and blame and all this kind of stuff. So I have some wonderful tools that I use now, that I teach people to how to deal with this, how to manage your emotions, how to manage your triggers, how to get back into connection, how to use vulnerability to connect, and they're powerful, super powerful. Now I do teach this in most of my programs actually. I teach this in my I Am Love program, and I teach it also. I'm teaching it in my upcoming Soulgasmic Women's program. which is a sexual healing program, but I also teach a bit of relationship stuff in there. But I'm involved with a program that's just an idea phase at the moment, but I'm having a meeting about this today with the wonderful Vicky and Robin, who are amazing, wonderful entrepreneurs and coaches in their own we're all working in a different kind of field, and we're looking at doing something together which is really about relationships and polarity, and how to really get overhaul your relationship, and you know, the different kind of polarities and things like that, which we'll talk more about polarity soon, because polarity is like a really, really interesting topic. And so yeah, so basically vulnerability is it's a beautiful quality to have. It is what makes us really beautiful. It is really hard and scary sometimes to drop into that vulnerability, but this is where the growth is. This is where the changes are. And when you step into that, like magic happens and you heal on a really, really deep level. And I actually built a podcast called The Vulnerability Show, which it's kind of there, it's being worked on. But it was about people revealing things that they'd never revealed before. So that is going to be happening at some point. But my mission at the moment is to write a book, which I've been writing, which actually is like a confessional book and a series of confessions that are super vulnerable for me, and then with exercises and practices for other people to step into that and to really heal their shame, to step into the vulnerability and deep connection. And ultimately we are all yearning for connection, and however that may look. And you know, we're here to connect, we really are, and firstly with ourselves, deeply with ourselves, and to drop into really being seen and seeing ourselves, and then being able to see, allowing ourselves to be seen by others, okay? But we have to really, really drop into that for ourselves first and get to know who we are, and then we can really speak our truth. And yeah, so it's amazing when you start to really consciously do this work on yourself and harness vulnerability as a pathway, as an access to that deep connection and vibrancy and happiness and joy. And it's, you know, it's everything that we're hungry for. So if you're interested in learning more about this, if you would like to, you know, learn some practices, and please PM me or comment on the post below and just say, yes, I want to know more, because this is a big thing that I'm passionate about, like super, and I've got some great, awesome ways that you can really start applying this into your life. So it's absolutely transformational. So thank you so much for listening, and I can't wait to be sharing more. And I'm going to be sharing things that I've probably not, I don't think there's anything that I've not told anyone. I'm not, but I'm going to be sharing things a lot more on about things that I have not told a lot of people, and more, and inspiring others to do the same, that where people can go, yes, me too. Oh, well, yeah, there's heaps of, like, there's so many things out there that I think the more we speak about it, the more we open up, that people are going to feel a lot less shame, and that will transform the world and change the world on a massive scale. So much love to you all. Have an amazing day, and I will see you probably later today. Bye for now.